What the hell is going on, folks? I have to tell you, man, I'm super freaking pumped. I'm super excited. I'm blessed. Uh, I'm grateful. I'm humble. I'm savage. I hope that y'all are one or more of those things as well. I'm so pumped to get on here and do this. I didn't even put a band-aid on my cut on my finger yet. I'll deal with that in a minute. And I got to tell you, if anybody keeps up with my posts, keeps up with my page, anything that's going on in the community, I like to refer to it as us. I just had the 1 year anniversary of my vision, my mission, everything that Savage Minds is about, and it's a number of different things. So if people choose not to tune in or tune out, that's your decision. Like anything, if you choose to support or not support, doesn't make us any difference anyway. You're not gonna have anything. It's have no bearing on our success either way. The people that do, we are very humbly grateful. We appreciate you, and I think that we show plenty of gratitude and appreciation. And if not, I will always correct that. Like I said, we hold ourselves accountable. Accountability and the truth is very offensive to people, and it sounds a lot like an attack to people who don't like it. So I had to say, if you've been keeping up with any of the posts, I just had the 1 year anniversary was between January 10th and January 12th. I'm extremely happy about my progress, and I say our progress. My vision, my mission, my brand going forward. There's no stopping. We're not going to stop, and we deal with the obstacles. People like myself, we're used to that in life, and I have to say, every time you get ready to quit something, or you get ready to stop, or let someone affect their criticism affects you, their hate, their judgment. Again, a lot of things. Like I say, they apply all across the board, which is most people's job is to get you to stop you. They can't physically do it, and so if they get in your head enough, they'll get you to stop. If I look back at 1 year of this, merchandise, the very limited speaking events, the merchandise, the support, the little fundraisers, all of it, man, I'm very satisfied. Well, I'll put it this way: I'm very happy, I'm very grateful, I'm very humble, but I'm never satisfied. The point is never be satisfied, but I have to be very positive about the last year, and we're moving forward. Anybody that's kept up knows that there's another fundraiser coming up to help Lovey's outreach. I will be doing hopefully a half marathon or marathon as well to raise anything we can for that organization, and that's a dear friend of mine, and she's doing great things. And again, I'm going to try to keep this as short as possible. Usually I say that and it never happens, and usually I'm very unapologetic about it because you can't explain certain things in another format, which is, if I say, do you have to cuss? Yeah, I have to cuss. You can't explain difficult shit in life with the same emphasis by watering it down and sugarcoating and downplaying it. But I gotta say, I just left another networking meeting with the young man, and I've known him half his life at least, and it was. I mean, I'm not even going to talk about this right now. This is coming later. This is a huge breakthrough. So I wanted just to give a little recap of what's going on, for a few things to come, to look forward to, for the year anniversary of Savage Mind Designs, the brand, the mission, the community, the family. Anybody that has seen any of the posts, and I'm going to be posting it more, January 28th, Tuesday, Fuzzy's Tacos, Waxahachie, Texas. We're doing a blanket, scarves, socks drive. I will have my truck out there. We'll be loading up. I partnered together with Lovey's Outreach. Look for that, man. Any donations they're all going to help these people, and this organization will need this going forward. This is to get it started. They will need ongoing, consistent help, and I love it, man. It feels great. Another thing, if you've seen any of the young man I was just talking about, the Easy Deezy podcast, just had a meeting with him, man. This is going to be huge, man. This is going to be huge for us. Great thing. I'm not even going to post about this right now. I'm so stoked about this. This made my week. This made my day, my week. This made my next 2 months, man. Because we put in the work, we stay consistent, and we are not persuaded, influenced, or bothered by other people's criticism, because we know what our mission is. So I don't have all. I was doing a little breakdown of how much apparel was done, how much different states we shipped to, a couple of different countries. You've seen Mexico, Puerto Rico, about 10 different states. I'm breaking it down and I'll post that later. Again, the page is interactive. If it's working out, if it's promoting, I encourage that. Whether it's challenges, whether it's pull up, push ups, workouts, running, whether it's any kind of charitable organizations, if it's helping someone, if it's small business, side hustles, anybody. If you pay attention, I'm about supporting all of it. Nobody has to ask me to support. I'm all about it. I'll do it unsolicited. You never have to ask. But the way this works is do it equally, and some people don't do that. So if we continue to support you and show support and you don't do the same, we'll just quietly stop. We're not going to say anything else to you. You know, the only reason somebody wouldn't hit a like, wouldn't hit a share, wouldn't hit any of that is because you must be worried. If you don't believe in it, that's fine. And if you're not on board with it, that's fine. You can't twist nobody's arm to do nothing. But the only way you would say you support privately, but you wouldn't do it publicly, is you're worried about criticism for other people. And the only way you're worried about criticism for other people is either you talk about us privately and you say something else, do something else. You talk about us privately so you can't support us publicly, or you allow other people to do so and you don't defend us when we're not around. Now, if you don't believe in us, you don't like us, believe me, we don't care. You know, like I said, what people think of us is none of our business, and what we think of them are none of their business. But when people aren't around to defend themselves, that's something different. We don't feel like we have to defend ourselves, and we won't. But dealing with us in person is two totally different things. You know, you can't do nothing in this life without getting criticism from whoever. You can't do nothing good, whatever it is, people are going to attack you. If you're just doing the same thing the majority of society is doing, people fucking love you. When you're doing something different, that's when the critics come. So let me break this down real quick. This is, the fundraiser. I'll be doing a half marathon or marathon. Hopefully I can get that in by that time and get some proceeds to them for that. Blankets, socks. We prefer, try not to have holes in them. Try to have them clean. Try to have it, at least in some kind of package or folded up sack so we can get it to the people that need it properly. Hey, Easy Deezy Podcast, those dudes, man. Hey, good things coming. I'm not even going to talk about that right now. We're going to talk about that later. Look for some big things coming with us and them. And I want to talk about this real quick. I'll get into the other segments later. 1 year anniversary. I want to do a Savage family, Savage community. Thank you, appreciation. I've partied a lot in my life. I'm proud of this. I've drank plenty of beer and alcohol and did a lot of cool things and did a lot of stupid things. But these days, I still drink my beer in moderation. I don't make time to have a lot of hangovers. I don't make time to be around certain circles anymore that don't fit the life that we are building and creating. Nobody thinks they're better. Most of the people make more money than we do financially. See, that has nothing to do with this vision and the things we're doing. But I have time for things that are productive. I make time for people on the same mission, the same vision. And even if I love people who are not there, I limit my time with them. Even if I love them, I have to limit my time with them because it's unproductive. If it's not positive, it's not going the same direction, then I have to look at it like, what do I make time for? We make time for what's a priority to us, and our results in our life shows it. No matter what we say, we don't have time to work out, but we have time to fucking get hammered 4 times that month. And that's your decision. That's fun to you. I've done it in my life, and some of it was a lot of fun, but this feels good, man. This is fun. That you can still do some of these things and you don't have that. I feel like that's unproductive. I can't even take away from it. Like I said, I've done it plenty in my life, but it's hard to explain this to people that aren't on the same they're not in the same mindset, and they're like-minded people with similar visions, similar missions. They line up together and they get it. Someone with a restricted mind, limited mindset, you can't explain it to them. It's kind of like if you always have a worker and an employee mindset, you can't explain entrepreneurship to these people. Like I said, people know this. Education and intelligence is 2 different things. And one thing about it is really want to. I've had this in my mind for a while. I didn't know how I was going to do it. I don't have all the details worked out yet. But if you don't remember anything else about this, I have a target podcast launch date is coming. I'm not giving that right now because I still don't have it down. You will see it. We will see it. No expectations. We're moving forward. Great things coming. And it's like sometimes nothing's happening. All of a sudden, a bunch of stuff happens at once. So I want to do let me get back to that, a first annual. And I would like to do this every year. And we will maybe do something different as we grow, as we develop, as we evolve. The first year, I just had the 1 year anniversary, January 10th, January 12th, I believe it was, somewhere in there, that 2 day time frame. I want to do a first annual Savage Party, man. And since I'm not a wintertime person, since I don't like cold weather at all, I can't celebrate the actual anniversary. So remember this. I haven't decided. I don't want to get it interfering with anybody's holiday that wants to come or wants to be a part of it. So I just have the rough draft of this right now. Anybody knows me knows I'm about water. I'm about summertime. I'm about sunshine. There's more options to do. There's more you can do. Sometimes if you're just hanging around the lake or river, even if you're not a swimmer or you're not any of that, there's still something. There's still being outside, man, and it feels good. We're probably gonna do it at a lake. If you're a local person, you know Joe Pool Lake or Bardwell. That's probably what I'm gonna narrow it down to. And I haven't decided if it's gonna be May or June yet. I know Memorial Weekend, that usually kicks off summer, and a lot of people have family plans. That's already been prearranged and decided. So I don't really want to interfere with that either. But I just want to encourage feedback on this. I can tell you, and like I said, the rough draft, what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to rent a pavilion out there. We're not going to get cost. I'm about frugal, and we're about budget friendly, and we're about being resourceful. Well, anybody that's supported in any kind of way a part of this community, it doesn't, from the smallest to the most, it doesn't matter what it is, we're probably going to rent 2 or 3 campsites, probably going to try to get the pavilion. And Memorial Weekend or the 4th of July weekend, that would be really hard. I'm pretty sure from our past river trips and other stuff, we used to, reserve them now for the summer. So I don't really want to get into the holiday weekends. I'm going to do it on another weekend where everybody can enjoy it. Hey, man, maybe we have a family member that is going to bring a boat out there. I'll maybe grab one of my buddy that has jet skis. Maybe we'll do rides for the kids. Maybe we'll throw horseshoes. We'll do a big barbecue. Maybe I might say, hey, I'll provide all the meat. We'll have a volleyball net set up out there. And anybody that wants to stay for the day and leave, you can. Or if anybody that wants to camp, when we start organizing this and arranging this, you can tell us so we can know how many campsites to get. But you have to kind of stick to it. You know, if you give enough notice and you can't make it, we just need to know so somebody else can get it. But everyone's going to be invited. If the people that live out of state that's been part of this support, any of it, we know you probably can't make it, but we'll invite you as well, just to know that you were invited. So I'm probably going to do something like we'll get all the meat. People can bring a side dish if they want. Bring your gear. If you have a travel trailer, if you have a tent, swim. We'll probably do some tubing. We'll probably do some volleyball. We'll crank up some music. And by then, man, I plan on doing my podcast live out there for everybody. So I'm super stoked about this. I feel like this is something to look forward to every year. I would love to do it somewhere else, but a central location around here is probably going to be 1 or 2 of those lakes, which will be Lake Bardwell or will be Joe Pool. But I have to start working on it now, and I'm about to start working on it now. These months are going to fly by, and I want to give everybody the opportunity to make it if they can. If you turn it into a day event, cool. If you turn it into an all-weekend event, that's great. We'll be out there all weekend. So I'm going to go right now, man, because I got other stuff to do today, and this is, oh, man, I just left this one of the most valuable meetings I've had since I started doing this, and we're going to talk more about that later. People are going to, I have no expectations, but if this goes the way it's supposed to go, watch February, March. It's going to be major stuff coming. But for this, we are shooting for sometime in May or June. First annual Savage Party, Savage family, Savage community. And we're gonna have our podcast stuff set up out there. We're gonna do live. We're gonna do it all weekend. We're gonna camp. We're gonna cook out. We're gonna have fellowship. We're gonna have community. We're gonna have no drama, no problems, and we're gonna elevate each other up. And while we're out there, how about everybody do some networking with whatever they have going on? So I'm gonna go, man. Y'all stay humble, stay savage. Be nice to many people as you can. Don't take shit from nobody. We'll holler at y'all.